Andy, 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 it's time to go up. Time to go up.
Time
Work
is it?
time.
What time is it?
It's 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. We've got a big day ahead. Big
What's
day
happening?
ahead. Well, we're going to make a video, Andy. Say goodbye to your group. Do you not remember?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What today?
Yeah, it's today. Yeah.
Oh god,
Absolutely.
I completely forgot about
Yeah. No worries. Do you want to pull yourself together and we'll begin work? Remember that word work?
that. Well, what, am I supposed to be in class with them, Ian? Yeah, I'm sure I was dreaming about that there. Things got so bad. I think your accent is bad. That Caledonian clown. You know, they're always slagging me off, Ian. Can you teach me some Geordie?
I'll teach you some, Joe. How are you feeling, Andy?
Fed up. Fed
Yeah.
up.
Looks like you got off to a bit of a sticky start there.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking about this accent. How people don't understand a word I'm saying.
Yeah?
They don't even understand me. I'm a bit of a laughing stock.
So, Andy, you're in a bit of a fettle when I called on you this morning. What's going on there?
Well, you know, it's about this video, Ian, to be honest with you. You know, I'm supposed to be standing up here and saying all these positive things about the students, about how dedicated they are, about how they can straddle that theory and practice gap.
But they get all that in here, don't they?
Of course they do, but their clinical skills are absolutely rubbish. They're appalling.
I suppose you could do better.
Of course I can do better. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm going to give you a demonstration on how to bed bath a baby. Look, I've even got my own little child here today.
Yeah.
Easy. You watch this, and hopefully those bloody students will pick up and learn something.
I'm
That's all I can say.
I'm sure they'll be suitably impressed, Andy. Do you not think you're taking this clinical skills thing a bit too seriously, Andy? Come on.
Not at all. Look, listen. In my day, we done things thoroughly. We knew how to. We could bath babies. We could bath older people. You know, that was one of the rudiments. These nurses, they need to know the fundamental concepts. I'm going to give them a lesson on how to bath a baby. Now, first of all, you've got to check the temperature. Oh, fantastic! Look at that. It's a bit hot. Come on, baby. Don't be silly. Come on. Settle down there. Settle down. It's not that hot. Look, so you get the baby in, and you always start off with the face. Give it a good rub. Look at that. Get those eyes. Make sure you get in there, and then always use shampoo. Let me see. Oh, a bit of shampoo on there. That's what you do.
That was red wine, Andy.
No, that was red shampoo. Strawberry shampoo. It's lovely. Look at that. Fantastic. Then you move down to the arms, give it a good rub in the arms, make sure you're getting under the oxters there, look at that, lovely and clean, and then that one, oh, hold on, there's a bit of toast.
I don't think our adult colleagues would be very impressed,
No,
Andy.
not at all, Ian. And then make sure you're giving their feet, and always, one of my old clinical tutors told me this, make sure you get in between the toes, a lot of infection can get in there. That's it, right in between the toes. Fantastic, now there you are. And always have a towel ready, that's what I say, always have a towel ready. And never leave the baby alone, never leave him in the bath alone.
2-1.
Hi guys, sorry I can't be with you today in this, you know, it's your last day at Northumbria University. I've made a bit of a mess up with the timetable. I hope that's not a reflection on me over the last year or two. But what I would like to say, when you go out there into your jobs and your future careers, I hope that you'll take some of the theory that you've learned here at Northumbria University. One of the things as a researcher, I find that students are an invaluable font of what it's really like to be in clinical placements. And as I say, I've really enjoyed visiting you lot in clinical placements. Part of the research job is to ask questions about mental health nursing practice. And you have really helped me to ask those questions about effectiveness of treatments, about recovery, about whether we're doing the right thing for our service users and patients. I know it's been a difficult time for you, but individually, you've all really worked hard. Sometimes it's been really tough and you've really struggled, and I haven't been able to help you. To other times, I hope I have been able to guide you through some of the difficulties it's like to being a student today. And when you go out there, it is going to be difficult. You're going to have a lot of challenges. The mental health care system is changing, the NHS is changing, and things are going to be difficult and different. The best part of this job for me is working with students, and you've been a big part of my time here at Northumbria University. I've got to know you individually, I've got to know a bit about you personally as well, and it's been a real pleasure working with you. I really do mean that. I hope that when you go on to your future careers that you'll take a little bit with me. I've been in mental health nursing now for 20 years, and one of the things that never ceases to amaze me is about the commitment and the dedication of mental health nursing. It's a very difficult profession to work in. One of the things that has struck me about you guys as a group, GT12 September 09, when I was first asked to take on this role, after a few weeks I said to myself, and I remember saying to colleagues as well, what the hell am I doing here? Because you were so sorted. And I think that was because you did have 2 or 3 or 4 different GTs, and that was nobody else's fault. That was just a stroke of circumstances. It happens sometimes when people leave and people move on. But I think it's a testament to your hard work, working as a group, working together, all the things that you're going to have to do as mental health nurses. I know you Facebook each other, I know you help each other in the library, you travelled in together, and I think really that, you know, there's a case that our job as lecturers, as GTs, you're going to make us redundant, because you've proved that you've done that with sheer will and testament and hard work and determination, and I think that's a credit to you all. As you know, one of the big things in mental health today is about recovery. And one of the key features for me is about hope. When I started off in mental health nursing, a lot of patients, as they were called at the time, were in the asylums. They were institutionalised. And the one thing they didn't have was hope. We weren't taught as student nurses to give patients hope. And that's been probably the most significant change over the last 20 years is my time in mental health nursing. So when you go out there, I hope that you give your service users hope. You give your patients hope. And I hope my accent isn't too bad. And I hope we're on our way from misery to happiness. Christ, we've got a
So,
filming here, get away!
Hello, giggler.
so why have you brought us here, Andy?
Well, this is the Students' Union.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for my GT group, this is where they'll be.
All right.
Never turn up for seminars,
Yeah.
never turn up for lectures. We'll be in here drinking coffee and maybe even stronger stuff.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's the facts.
Hello, Anna. I'm talking to colleagues about Andy Clifton. His group are leaving soon. What do you think of Andy as a GT?
I'm glad that his group are leaving soon, mainly because they shouldn't be exposed to Dr. Clifton for very much longer. I think 3 years is a maximum. Footballer, school teacher, doctoral, sort of clever clogs. What can you say? I'm speechless. I can't say any more. That's why I'll sign off now.
I think you've said enough. Hello, David. I'm compiling a film for Andy Clifton's group. I just want, well, maybe some thoughts on Andy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's going to buy me a coffee right now.
Thank you. So, Andy, what have you brought me here for?
Well, Ian, you know, as a GT, it's my responsibility to show students around the campus, and I've just realised that actually I think I forgot to do that, because you know, my students were never in the library. I never seen them in there once. They never had them. So,
what have you brought me to a classroom for, Andy?
Well, Ian, this is the last seminar with GT12, and I just thought I would bring you here and we can record it and we could record them, so that it's something that they can look back on fondly over the years of their time at Northumbria University. As you can see, we've got a great attendance as usual. We've all turned up. That's one thing I'll say about GT 12 from September 09. They were always here in time. Every single one of them. Never late. Always attentive. They always participated. Always contributed. And most of all, they all had something to say. Usually rubbish, but they always had something to say.
Hello, David. I can see you're really busy. I wonder if you could say.
I am very busy, and thank you. Yes.
If you could say a few words on behalf of Andy Clifton. He can't make his final seminar with his GT group.
Yeah.
So, Andy, as a colleague.
Right. What I would really like to say about Andy, that he's dedicated, is motivated, and is a caring person. I would like to say that, but in reality, he doesn't really care at all, really. And the one thing about Andy though is he hides it well, and he comes across as a really cheerful, amiable, educated individual. And surprising enough, he's actually got a doctorate, which they give them to anybody these days, really, don't they?
So we're making a short film for Andy Clifton to say goodbye to his students. Can you say anything positive about Andy?
Give us a minute, hang on.
Hi, David. I wonder if you've got a moment. I'm doing a video for Andy Clifton's GT group, who are leaving shortly. I wonder if you could share maybe some of your experiences of Andy as a colleague.
Well, certainly, yes. Andy's an excellent person and I really like him. But of course, the big problem with Andy is from Scotland and you can't understand the thing he says. But of course, secondly, what I would say to everyone is that he's still not an international lecturer and he needs to get on a flight very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Sandra, I'm making a short film for Andy Clifton's students. Any comments on Andy as a colleague?
Well, what can I say when he's sitting opposite me, Ian?
I think that says enough, doesn't it?
Well, I think it does. I mean, he's perceived to be quite respectable and dynamic, research engaged. In fact, his students actually voted him as being one of the leaders that they would aspire to be, and they actually, did a pictorial version of Andy's leadership skills and styles.
You sound surprised.
I am rather, yes. Obviously.
All right, Daniel, I can see you're very busy. I'm just asking colleagues for some comments on Andy Clifton for his students who are leaving very soon.
Do I have to?
You don't actually.
He still owes me a tenner from the Six Nations when they lost in the road.
Listen, we don't need to go there. Thank you, Daniel. Hello, Sue, I can see you're busy as well. I'm doing a video for Andy Clifton's group who are leaving shortly, and I wonder if you have a few words to say on it.
Andrew's leaving. Oh, that's fantastic news. I know he's looking for another job. I can't wait for him to go. I know he's desperate to move on and get something else.
His group's leaving, not Andy.
You're joking. Oh dear.
Hi, Philip, I can see you're busy as well. Everybody's busy this afternoon. Andy Clifton's group's leaving, and I was just wanting to leave the group with some thoughts on their GT.
Who, sorry?
Andy Clifton.
Andy Clifton.
Andy?
She said my accent was fine.